Mm-mm-mm. So I said to him, you could forgive a student loan, but you can't forgive a gambling debt. Where's the justice there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, plead your case to the Supreme Court, and good luck.
Anthony and I podcast back for another episode. How about this? With some cash to spend, President Biden forgives a lot of student loans.
Boom.
Big announcement today.
It's a beautiful thing.
Bill Barr's un-redacted Mueller memo comes out just moments ago, so we'll touch on that a little bit. Paul Pelosi sentenced for his DUI. We've got this bizarre millennial dating trend to talk about, Frankie C. Chris Cuomo's ruffling some feathers at his new network. What happens when a set of twins dates, subsequently marries, and has children with another set of twins?
I think the universe collapses in on itself.
You think that's what it is?
That's how the world ends.
Can we check on Frank's audio? I don't know if we just get you coming over poorly on my end or
that's all you, big guy.
On the whole thing. It could be me. Could totally be me. Nick Cannon's got some more kids, and we didn't touch on this King of Pop controversy, but we will discuss it. And I got a little music topic for everybody in general. So.
Ooh. Is it about Dave Matthews? Because I'm out. If that's
shut up. It's not about Dave. All right, being told it's me on the audio thing, so
it's 100%.
It is always me. My wife said it's always you, so
yeah, I don't even know why you question it anymore. It used to be me for a long time, but no, not anymore.
It's a biased opinion though, because my wife's got a lot of issues with me at the moment, so.
Yeah, but I think she keeps it nice and professional for the podcast.
I guess so. Student loans forgiven. Big announcement today from the big guy, Papa Joe. He comes on and said, let's forgive those student loans. It was you don't get this often, kind of rare. It happens every now and then. It was a promise. It was a campaign promise. And he came through on it. So here's the deal. If you make under $125,000, $10,000 of your federal student loan debt will be forgiven. That can go up to $20,000 if you qualified for Pell Grants.
Yeah. So there you go.
Go ahead.
We already have someone in the chat. Bird, a very own Bird, has been forgiven. What, $14,000?
$14,000. That's
Congrats.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Congratulations on that. It's literally like hitting the lottery button, right? I mean,
it's a beautiful thing. I mean, imagine all that freed up income now. You spending boosting the economy a little bit. It's a beautiful thing. Instead of giving tax breaks to billionaires, you give a little help to student loan people who have student loans. It's a beautiful thing. Love it.
Yeah, well, that's what's the interesting thing about this is now I'm looking at all these assholes that are like, this is gonna kill inflation and blah blah. And of course, now all of a sudden, I shouldn't say all, but I saw Lindsey Graham or McConnell. I forget. They are the same kind of person.
Doesn't matter. Really. Whatever they are.
They're upset about it. And then there was one Democrat who broke ranks and he was like, this is going to be bad for inflation. Listen, I'm not a economist by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that I'm a broken record here, Frank. I've said this before. The healthiest economic time in the history of our country was the 50s and the 60s. And that's when the middle class had the majority of the available wealth in our country. Now, that big amount of fatness was in the middle. That fatness has swung all the way up to the top 1%. And we're in a lot worse to show for it, right? So if you make under $125,000, you're in that big, fat, middle-class part of our beautiful, wonderful country. Now, if you have to pay 25, 30 grand in loans, 14 grand, 15 grand, whatever it is. If I take that off of your table If I say, Frank, you no longer, you owe 20 grand, you're a Pell Grant guy, it's all gone free and clear. You don't have to make that $500 payment next month. What do you think you're going to do with that $500 when it comes to next month?
Either I'm going to put it towards other things. I'm going to spend it on, where it needs to be spent. It frees it up for me to use elsewhere and
Exactly.
and spend it. It's going to boost the economy. It's what it's going to do.
You're going to spend it now. Okay, if it's you're going to buy useless Star Wars shirts. Unfortunately,
whatever. Someone out there who sells Star Wars shirts is going to make money.
Right. Exactly. You're going to move that money around. So if you take all of these families, whether it's on the kid who now suddenly doesn't have to pay this, or if it's on the parents who now suddenly doesn't have to pay this, they're going to go out and they're going to buy that new car, and they're going to maybe buy a house finally. Now, I know that's where things can get a little sticky with the inflation, because they're basically trying to kill the housing market in order to stop inflation. Is kind of what the plan has become. So this might hurt that a little bit. I'll succumb to that. But you can't tell me that giving middle-class people more of their own money to spend is not a good thing. Anybody who says otherwise is a fucking asshole trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic of saying, "Oh no, this is going to hurt." Giving middle class people 15 grand, 20 grand is going to hurt the economy. No, I mean, look at what happened a few years ago when they gave big tax breaks to the billionaires. Nobody batted an eye on that side. All the right wing was like, "Oh, this is going to be great. It's trickle down. It's going to be awesome." But no, when you give that money to the middle class, oh, this is the worst thing that could happen. How could we do this? No, it's because Biden did it, and anything Biden does, they have to somehow find some kind of crazy way to shit on it, basically.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. All right, Frank, I think it might be a little on your end. You want to pop back in quick?
Is it my end?
Yeah, it might be a pop
right.
situation.
All right, I'll pop out.
All right. So, but Frank makes an excellent point. The whole trickle down thing never really worked. Doesn't really seem to work. And it's odd, because if you look at it, and this is not just an exclusively Republican thing, because if you go back to Obama, even, every single time there's been some sort of cash infusion from the federal government back to the people in the last few years, even going back to, again, Obama, cash for clunkers, right? Remember that? We couldn't just give people money. It was, you got this X amount for buying a new car. Okay, fine. You had to get the car industry up. I get it. The bust of '08, the housing market crunch there, the banks got all that money to loan out. People making well over $125,000 were the winners there. Again, PPP loans, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we got to keep the businesses afloat. Middle class businesses get it. I don't have a problem with it, but a lot of wealthy people won that, basically. Instead of just saying, okay, if we're going to give out $1 trillion, how many people do we have? Okay, that's what you divide $1 trillion by and just give it to everybody. They went another route with it. Little tricky, but that's basically been the thing. It's been the thing. Don't give it right to the people. Funnel it to them in some other way, shape, or form. This is a case where you're giving people what they... And by the way, let's not act like these loans were not predatory. I mean, because they were disgustingly predatory. And Frank, you know this, because we kind of came up in the time where this is happening. You and I are in a generation where our parents' generation, it was go to college or you're a big fat loser. Like, if you don't go to college...
Yeah, colleges don't... Yeah, you got to get to college.
Got to get to college. You sound like $1 million, by the way. Got to get to college. You go no matter what it takes. It doesn't matter. And listen, I understand the argument of, well, nobody told you to take out a $40,000 loan to go get a liberal arts degree from a shitty college. Yeah, of course. That's to be, you
That's
can't
your
argue
choice,
with that.
Whatever, it's debatable.
But that whole entire generation, our parents' generation, they were brainwashed into thinking if you go to college, You will immediately get a better paying job. Your life will be better. Everything will be better. Do whatever it takes to get that college degree. And what happened? You got out of college with 40 grand in debt, and you got a degree in an economy that was sinking because the wealthy took advantage and we had the housing crisis. A lot of people graduated school. When we were graduating school, were out of work for months to years before they got their first real opportunity in the workforce. And all these people started behind.
Yeah.
All.
I mean, this is just like it's like a stimulus check. It's just handing the middle class some free money and saying, "Here, go spend money where you need to. Forget about your debt." It's a great gift, and I don't know why we can't all just be like, let's all just celebrate this win. I don't understand it. It's like here's helping out the middle class, and saying, you know, giving the middle class a little step up, a little help, and everybody, all the millionaires are going, "Oh, we can't do that." It's like, what are you worried about? Why are you worried? No one's touching your money. Relax. What's the problem?
Everybody's all, it's going to hurt people in the long run and this and that.
Stop.
Give me a fucking break. So the banks, or they have a little bit of stop it. This is
How
a
many
good
times
thing.
we bailed out banks and whatever? And,
Yeah.
Please, they'll be fine.
It's a good thing all around for a lot of people, and I'm happy for people, which is really good. By the way, Frank, a lot of people pointing out that you misspelled student loans. There's a T at the end of that. That's because Frank didn't go to college. See, that's
what
the
happens.
difference.
That's what happens. If only, when I was putting that together, I got the first T in there. You got to give me some credit on that.
I do give you credit. Listen, I didn't chop you down. People in the live chat are taking you down, and also subsequently blaming me, which seems vastly uncalled for. Like I had anything to do with that.
Unbelievable how that would happen.
Also, I noticed this. It's like wife night in the chat room because my wife's in there. Your wife was in there. I mean, if we get Janine's husband in there, I'll fucking die. It'll be a big night.
I don't think we're ever going to see that, but I don't. Hey, anything's possible. Why not? If he's out there listening right now, watching, jump in the chat.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. We'd love to get you the help that you so
now watch as my
need.
hands are up here when this student loans thing changes.
Yeah, but you just said that you said the word that'll trigger it, so that's the difference. It's not a button.
Oh, I see.
It's pressed.
Oh, it's a voice. The technology on this show. We have voice command headlines.
All right, listen. I want to talk to those people that are watching or listening that just had $14,000 in loans forgiven.
Oh, here we go.
Let's free up some of that cash and spend it on Jumpstart Coffee Company, people.
Hat in hand already. Here we are.
You wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't even have college if it wasn't for the Navy SEALs, Frank, defending our freedoms.
That's valid, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know the story by now. Jumpstart Coffee Company supports the Navy SEAL Foundation, which supports all the Navy SEAls. So
love it. Fighting for our freedom, baby.
Yeah, buy a bag of freedom, and get the coffee for free. That's basically what's happening.
There's a tagline: buy a bag of freedom.
Buy a bag of freedom, get the coffee for free. I have big news too, by the way.
Oh God, what?
Not only do we forgive student loans today, but
are you no longer a virgin?
What?
Sorry, I thought that was the news.
I didn't hear it. I'll have to go. I'll have to catch it on the replay.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it.
Jumpstart Coffee Company came out with a new blend. Big day.
What do we got?
Big day. Now, a lot of people fighting. A lot of fight. You know this, Frank. Democrats versus Republicans, Mets fans versus Yankee fans in New York right now. So it's a tough time.
Is this a bipartisan blend?
You had your dark roast blend, which you're holding up right there.
I love it.
And then you had your medium roast blend, people.
This is my favorite so far, the dark roast.
And houses were split. You and Jason, she loves medium. You guys haven't gotten along in months, right? Years, maybe?
This has been the crux of the arguments. It's been dark roast versus medium roast.
Now they have the medium dark roast blend.
What?
Yeah.
Medium dark roast?
You no longer have to choose, am I medium or am I dark? Guess what? Now you can be both.
I can't believe it. It's a
In
medium dark
Jumpstart
roast.
Coffee Company's America, you don't have to choose. You can be both.
Look at that. The options. I mean, you thought I'm speechless. I have no speech. It's
There's
a
no
beautiful thing.
speech.
Gotta love this country. Medium dark roast. Or is it dark medium roast?
Now, you're trying to divide us because
I'm
who
sorry.
cares who gets top billing?
That's true. I'll give
It's
you that.
medium dark.
I retract. I retract my statement.
Newest flavor. So go on out and get that half calf, decaf, espresso blend, the light roast, even whichever one you prefer. It's available to you, especially if you just had student loans forgiven. And I'm not singling anybody out.
Is there a light medium roast?
There's not yet.
All right. We'll work on that.
I'm sure if there's as big of a fight that broke out with the dark and the medium people, I'm sure they will figure out a way to make it happen.
I'm excited for the new blend. That's amazing. Good stuff.
Me too.
I mean, if it's anything like all their other blends, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, we will not be. I'm very excited about it all. Bill Barr memo, Frankie C. I don't know if I'm just exhausted. last show before vacation. I'm having a hard time caring about this one.
All right. So what happened? Bill, there was a memo apparently that it's been released. It's unredacted, so it's out there. And what is it saying?
Yeah, it's a 9-page memo. He read from it when he said Trump. There's no reason to have a case against Trump here from Mueller's findings. Then we got a redacted version of it, and now we have the 9-page unredacted version.
Apparently, I'm crackly. People are saying I'm crackly.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, let me pop out again.
You're hippity hops. Yep.
I'll hit pop out and hop back.
I apologize for the. I don't know what's going on, but we're having all sorts of internal issues here the last couple of days. So we'll try and get it figured out. But anyway, Barr ultimately determined that the evidence that Mueller set out was not sufficient enough to establish that Trump obstructed justice. They also concluded in the memo, which addressed the then Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, that none of the obstructive episodes provided by Mueller would warrant a prosecution for obstruction of justice. Again, I mean, I don't think what President Trump did during that time was all that great, but people forget what you have to do to be willing to put a president of the United States on trial. It's a dangerous thing. Like, you have to do something really bad.
No. Oh yeah, while he's president. I mean, but the thing is, the beautiful thing about our country is that nobody, president to average citizen, is above the law. Everybody is accountable under the law. It doesn't matter what status or what level of government you're in, you have to abide by the law. And if the president breaks the law, remember what got Nixon? As long as when you're the president, you can, and you do it, it's no longer illegal. That's my Nixon.
It's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Thank you. Everybody should, you're all equal under the law. Everybody, presidents, and he's no longer president. So
is that right?
I hear, according to the last election,
I think we're still counting votes, to be honest with you.
Hey, listen, if there's a couple of votes out there.
Again, though, I keep bringing this up. There is, and I forget, one of these days I'll get it. There's a hanging chat. There's a fine print. There's a clause. There's an addendum that says that the president.
It's a lot of things.
The president can't break any laws because everything the president does is lawful.
That's not true.
It exists. And that theory is what gets brought up every time something like this comes up, because they're kind of like, I mean, you got to be able to overcome that mountain.
That doesn't make any sense. If the president walks up to someone, punches them in the face for no reason, that's assault. Sorry. And that's legal. Or if the president
were they a terrorist?
No,
were they a suspected terrorist?
No.
Does the president have evidence that you don't have access to yet?
No. No, we know everything about this person.
Well, it sounds like you got a solid case there then.
Thank you. All right. So, see?
All right, here's what's tragic, Frank. This fucking Paul Pelosi. This is Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Okay. What happened?
So he
here?
took a break from trading stocks with inside information to go and drive drunk.
Right.
Which is what you do, I think, when you just scam the American people out of money. You go, I know, I'm going to have a couple cocktails and drive around for a little while. Gets pulled over, gets arrested, the whole 9 yards. Pleads guilty. Goes, I'm guilty, right? Gets convicted. Again, DUI. Driving under the influence, not DWI. DUI.
Right.
Guess how much time he got?
0.
5 days.
Now, what would a normal, everyday citizen get?
That is an excellent question. And I don't know the answer to it, although I tend to think
if anybody in the chat knows,
5 days.
It's probably more than 5 days.
Yeah. They gave him 5 days, 3 years probation, but 5 days in prison. Is it just me? Or is that a little on the light side?
That is very light. I happen to agree. Yeah, I don't.
Do you have to kill somebody in order to get a lengthy sentence in prison for driving under the influence? It kind of seems like that.
I don't know, but that seems very light. Kevin in the chat says a year in jail. 1 year for driving under the influence.
I think if you're driving under the influence and it's proven, you should have to do. I mean, a year should be the minimum.
I think you at least should have to coach the Mighty Ducks.
That's true. That's true.
That should be the punishment. You have to coach.
Well, let's be fair.
minor
District
league-
5.
District
It was
5,
Gordon
right.
who turned them into the Ducks.
That's true. I mean, but hey, that's a deal. You got to deal with those kids, and what's the problem? No, but if he no one was injured, thank goodness, right?
Nobody was injured. Most importantly, him, which is unfortunate because I would have loved if he would have cracked his skull in the middle of this whole thing with his big stupid fucking face.
Lord.
He's got a real fuck face. I like it. Like you look at him and you go, it's hard not to punch that asshole in the face. Then again, she's got kind of a fuck face too.
Point to someone who doesn't, in the.
Yeah, you don't have a fuck face. You have a lovely face.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's nice.
How about this, Paige? I know a drunk driver who hit 14 girls in a car and spent no time in jail in Bucks County. Well, there are no laws in Bucks County.
Bucks County is like the Wild West, apparently.
It is a bizarre place over there. It's like they got Christmas villages. They got Amish people thumbing their nose up at electricity, Frank.
I don't appreciate that. I mean,
And I know what you're thinking. Don't make fun of the Amish. Well, I say they're not watching, so fuck them. You know what I mean?
That's true. Now, can they, if they walk by a store that's watching it, can they stop and look for a little bit, or they'd have to keep going? Serious question. That's not a joke. Can they
You mean like a TV in the window?
Right.
They can't do it because I'm assuming that in order to do that, they've climbed into a time machine because who puts TVs in the windows anymore? What year is this?
I'd put a TV in a window if I had a store that. All right. What if they're walking down the street and they hear a song playing on the radio out of a car? Can they dance to it? Can they enjoy it? Can they sing along if I don't think they'd know it, but if
possibly.
I don't think they go in for they don't do music, I don't think.
I like Aaron. They're not watching, so fuck them. See? Solidarity. I only wish I can get half of the support that I get from your wife from you.
Good luck. She's very supportive.
By the way, we're going to have to get your audio fixed. Did your wife talk about how after she was on the show last time, she stalked me out for days, just calling me and calling me and calling me?
She said she accidentally called you once.
Was it an accident?
Apparently, I'm crackling again.
Yeah, you got to get out. After the sixth time, where it's like, and she's just like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" I'm kind of like, this is kind of getting into an inappropriate place.
I told her to keep calling you to annoy the shit out of you. All right, I'm gonna jump out.
All right.
Damn it.
Well, we have a clarification here. The Amish is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Listen, Paige, I can't keep track of it all. It's just nutty there in Pennsylvania. I just can't keep a hold on the whole thing. I don't even know why we still have it. I would love to get it off our books, to be totally honest with you. I think we would do so much better with Quebec, and then we give Canada Pennsylvania, and then we don't have to worry about anybody thumbing their nose up to electricity. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all good. All right, now, Frank, I don't know if you fix your audio, but your video is pitch black.
So I just literally before the show did the that update, that Apple update that everybody's supposed to do.
Yep.
You think that's screwing with me now?
I don't know.
Because this is some bull crap.
Yeah, it's a weird problem because you sound great, and then all of a sudden you go mush, and I don't know what happens there.
Is this like Curse of the Amish revenge or something? Are they getting back to me somehow? All right, let me. What do I do?
Yeah, pop back, come back in again. That's
okay. Here we go.
how we fix everything. All right, we got a concerned message here. From our own JSAP. I'm trying to track down and see what's doing with that, what's going on with that. We got to talk Chris Cuomo. Really starting to not like the Cuomo brothers in general, and not liking Chris all that much either. All right, I'll tell you what, Frank. I never enjoyed looking at your face anyway, so I think we'll just go with a blank screen for the time being.
I don't know what the hell's going on. You could hear me though. Am I still crackly?
Yeah, you hear it. You sound better now.
All right. Well, nobody. Now you have to deal with not looking at me. I'm sorry, everybody who likes to look at me.
Now I think your audio is off. Your mic's not plugged in.
What the hell is going on?
Give it another shot. Give it a big reboot.
Everything. All right, I'll reboot the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll talk about Chris Cuomo, my hatred for him. Chris Cuomo goes over to the new TV network. He's got the weaker CNN. I forget what they call it over there. But he's over there now, and he's going to be like the big time savior, right? Like coming off of CNN, he's going to roll into the new TV network. Nobody's heard of anybody on this. I don't even think a lot of people have it. News Nation is what it's called. And supposedly the people, the folks, the workers over there at News Nation, they're upset because they're forcing all the employees to put Chris Cuomo's new show in there. Here we go. The Cuomo email signature that they were all given shows Chris Cuomo with a blue background, his head up there, blue background. And they basically gave this whole Chris Cuomo coming this fall to News Nation. They gave it to everybody over there, and they were like, you have to put this in your email signature. And the employees are not happy about it. That's pretty amazing. I mean, you've got to be a real sack of shit to come in. Because I feel like under any other circumstances, if you scoop up, if you're the Unknown Network and you get the guy from the big time network to come in, you got to be excited about that. You'd probably be like, hey, IT department or marketing department, why don't you scoop me up the whole fucking Chris Cuomo picture so I could put it in my email and be proud of it? And here's a case where now they're going, I can't believe you're making me put this piece of shit in my email signature. They're all up in arms, Frankie C.
Who's up in arms about what?
The employees of News Nation, where Chris Cuomo was going, they gave everybody this thing to put in their email signature, and they're not happy. They got to plug his show in their email signature.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's how big of a piece of shit you got to be.
I'm sorry, but your email signature should be the company, and that's it. They shouldn't take over your signature.
Yeah, but people, that's a common thing. You plug the new product, whatever it is, show, new applesauce, whatever kind of company you're working with.
That big applesauce, man, I tell you, every time.
Big applesauce is a big thing.
Put their sticky hands in your freaking. Everything.
All right, now we got a breaking situation. This is breaking podcast news, breaking AOA news. Jay Sab's in the ER.
What happened?
I asked if she was okay. She said she is. but her daughter isn't getting stitches. That's the latest we have.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so hopefully they're okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to speak out of turn here, Frank, but this Ileana is a sweetheart. And if she got stitches, I'm going to go ahead and blame Aurelia, her piece of shit younger sister. Because that
I
kid's
don't
up
even
to no
know.
good.
I don't even know if you got the order right. Which one's older? Which one's younger?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah. But that sucks. Holy crap. All right.
There's
so
no way of knowing. Honestly, though, I'm blaming the one kid because I don't like her over the other one. I got a big time favorite. That's like your niece. Remember the first one? Love
Yeah.
her.
Not a fan
Second
of the
one,
second one?
it's like a photocopy. It's like multiplicity. It's just this didn't come out.
It's like
This didn't come
we've
out
seen
right.
this already. This is
Yeah.
all right. This is like
Yeah,
the
the first one's great. Second
sequel.
one, yeah.
All right.
You
the
name
sequel.
any friend that we have, and I will tell you who the better kid in that group is.
All right. I got you. You got I mean
I'm not
nobody's
gonna
gonna
do it
know our
now.
friends, yeah. But all right. All right, how about you?
Oh, my daughter's better.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's good.
it's not even close.
Man, so we don't know what happened to her, huh?
Gonna have a
She's
lot of
getting
explaining
stitches.
to do.
Oh,
All right, while
boy.
we're talking about kids, let's talk about this. This is fucked up. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Twins, Brianna and Brittany, married twins, Josh and Jeremy.
Okay.
They had kids who are 3 months apart in age, Jax and Jet.
Each couple had one kid each.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
according to this article in the Metro UK, Jax and Jet share the same DNA, which genetically, technically, makes them brothers.
I mean, genetically, that makes sense, but biologically, I guess, just because of how they came to be, I guess, is not, they're cousins, but genetically,
Isn't that fucking weird?
Mother Nature's a mad scientist, to quote Kramer.
Supposedly, they're one of 300 quaternary families.
Quaternary, huh?
Quaternary, where the twin will marry another set of twins.
And then
That's
they had kids, not twins. They didn't have twins. They just had kids, like single.
Well, no, but twins
marrying twins.
Twins marrying twins. That's a quaternary family.
Got a name for everything, huh?
They really do. I'm going to put this in the live chat for the folks, because if you look at a picture of them, it literally looks like you're looking at a fucked up Photoshop.
Really?
You're like, somebody's not good at Photoshopping this couple and duplicating them. They look quite bizarre.
I got to check this out.
So take a gander of that. And it's I think the women look, and it's twins. So they're standing next to each other at a lake. It just looks like a fucked up Photoshop. And it doesn't help. Okay, here's what pisses me off about these four or six.
Oh, that's weird.
You're fucking 30, whatever. You still dressing like you stupid brother? Like, are you still doing that bit?
I think they're supposed to be, because the only difference is one of the kids has a different pair of pants on, but the women don't look like twins. I'm gonna be honest here. They look like fraternal. Is it fraternal?
The husbands look more alike than the wives. Yeah,
I mean, the
agree.
women look like they could be sisters, but they don't look identical.
Yeah.
Weird stuff
Now,
out there.
if these two kids go on to marry twins, the universe will explode.
That's when it happens. That's when we just collapse on each other, and
So we have to make sure that never happens.
How do we do that? I don't think we could control that.
I don't know. I'm not prepared for it.
Good luck. But the good thing they're not twins themselves. These sets of twins didn't have another set of twins. They just
That'd be
had single kids, right?
Yeah, that'd be really fucked up. Twins freak me out still to this day.
Speaking of, crazy freaking out, Nick Cannon's got to be freaking out right about now.
Now, okay, there's a little controversy too. I saw one article that said this is baby number 9. I saw another article that said this is baby number 10, and I'm like,
I
the
don't
world
think he
doesn't even
even.
know.
I don't think
Yeah,
he knows. I don't
yeah,
think anybody knows. Could be number 12. Could be number 4. Who the hell knows anymore? Okay. I think he lost count after like 7.
yeah. He's still trying to get that whole. He's still wearing the thing as the what do they call that? They wear it for religious thing.
I don't know. What's he wearing?
Turban. He's wearing the. He's still trying to get that turban out there as a fashion statement.
Not working. I think he's the only one wearing that. But hey, whatever you want to wear, you're gonna wear. But so he has 10 kids. Is it 10 kids by 10 different women? I've lost track.
No, it's not
There's a
that bad.
few.
You got to reset yourself, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's by what? I think
Yeah.
Mike. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, bud.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's like I think there's 3 or 4 or whatever it is. I don't even think they know. That's what's amazing. I don't even think the women know. He doesn't know. It's just a big fat daycare mess over at the Cannon household. I don't think anybody can keep track of anything at this point. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Let's go over to Good Flop here. Wants to go back to the Chris Cuomo thing. Why would another network want to hire the disgraced Cuomo? No wonder the existing employees want nothing to do with him. Hope the network goes down the tubes. I don't think you can actually go down the tubes when you start at the bottom of the tubes.
You could clean the filter that's at the bottom of the tubes. I hope to do that.
I mean, they're literally at the bottom. Nobody's ever heard of the first time anybody ever heard of this network is when he was like, I'm going to go here. And everyone's like, oh, that's a thing? I don't even know that was a thing.
The first time I heard of it was when you said it before.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing that happens in the media. They sit there and this is true. This is a true criticism of the media. They go, oh, well, so-and-so did this. And how could you do that? And how could you do this? And the next thing you know, they're jerking off on a Zoom meeting and they're like, well, we should be more forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the rules just don't seem to apply to some of these people.
Agreed. But so Nick Cannon, I mean, with a name like Nick Cannon, he's got to, learn to.
He's got a real cannon on him.
He's got a cannon go. There's a joke there about a cannon. I don't know what it is.
He fucking fires away. All right, we only got a couple more topics here, Frankie. See.
Wow, are we flying through this? What's going on here?
Flying through it, yeah. Well, we're having some technical glitches. Last show before vacation, Janine's got in the hospital, so it's a whole thing going on.
Do we have any update on Janine's kid? Do we know what happened? I'm sure she can't really text at the moment. If it's if things are happening right now.
I'm sure she can. You could always text. There's always an opportunity to text.
Don't you have to shut your phone off when you're in there? I don't know.
In the hospital? No. I don't think so. It's not the movie theater.
Oh, all right. I thought like it interferes with stuff. I don't get it.
You're interfering with stuff.
I don't get how phones work.
Yeah. So Harry Styles was referred to as the king of pop, and people are very upset by this.
Uh-oh.
Here's what bothers me. It wasn't done by Rolling Stone. It was done by Rolling Stone UK. Who gives a shit about them?
See, no, that doesn't. What are we talking about here?
We could barely care about regular Rolling Stone. Now we're going to worry about Rolling Stone Light over there that fucking drives on the wrong side of the road. I don't get it.
Yeah, see? I mean, Prince of Pop. Can we do that at least? I mean, there's no Prince of Pop, right? There's a Prince, but why not Prince of Pop? It's fine.
Pretty good too. You got the alliteration going, I like it a lot actually.
Yeah, you got call him P.O.P. Pop, Prince of Pop. I don't know.
You down with P.O.P.? You know
me now. So
I'm against this though, because I got to tell you, Michael Jackson's the king of pop, and there will be no other.
There's Michael Jackson, but I mean, I could name maybe 2 Harry Styles songs, or I know of 2. I don't even know if I can name them. Watermelon Sugar, and there's that new one. I don't even know the name of it. But
I mean, do you need any more?
I mean, he's great.
Fantastic. He's great.
But he's either king of pop.
Listen, I said he's the next David Bowie. I think that's a pretty high accolade to get, especially from me. Yeah.
What about president of pop? Can we make him so we
move
away from monarchies? We go president of pop.
The parliament of pop when it's a group.
All right, now you're getting ridiculous.
Okay, sorry.
Come on.
But Michael Jackson, like people kind of forget like how crazy Michael Jackson, like There
I
was
mean,
never a bigger star than
the
Michael
hits,
Jackson.
the hits after hit. I mean, look at the iconic songs, Billie Jean. I mean, you could rattle off probably a dozen songs without even thinking about it.
Yeah,
And that was what, 30 years ago.
exactly. But people forget, like, he would shut down cities
Yeah,
just because he was staying in some hotel. The people would be like 300 deep just to fucking get a glimpse of him, pretending to drop his baby out the window.
right. Remember that? Holy cow.
Yeah, he was so big. We looked the other way on all that child molestation stuff. I mean, like, everybody knew about it. Literally took a kid's penis out of his mouth and recorded Billie Jean, and we were like,
It's
"It's a
not
good
great.
song, though."
It's not great.
It was
I don't know if we
that's
should have looked away other way on that one.
no, and listen, it was a different time when people looked away on a lot of those things and victim blamed. But still, I mean, even still, I'll tell you how crazy it is. We did a couple of Michael Jackson episodes, and to this day, I will still like I'll get like a little ping on my phone, be at the barbecue at the picnic, and I'll look at it, and it'll be some fucking comment on YouTube, and I'll open it up, and the guy will be like, "Fuck you, man! Michael Jackson was the best."
I mean, the guy had amazing songs, amazing music. I don't,
You know
it's
what's
tough
weird?
because what he allegedly did, we know for sure. I don't
He
know.
allegedly did. Although we have to be careful with that because we got slapped with a defamation thing the other day.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't tell you about it. It wasn't like a lawsuit. It was like we got like a YouTube warning. They're like, there's a defamation issue in this episode. I'm like, oh fuck, just take it down.
Oh, wonderful.
Anyway, we wouldn't defame anybody. Are we the type of people to defame, Frank? We're not defamers.
No, we always, and apparently, I think we always say allegedly or supposedly,
Yeah.
or look, we usually cover ourselves.
We're famers, or dare I say, refamers, when it comes down to it. When we have to double down.
And we're soon to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? Whenever I get those "fuck you, Michael Jackson was the best and he's innocent" comments, it always seems to come from another country. Like, again, I don't think people because it's been gone for a while, but it's still there. He was not just huge here; he was fucking massive
all over the world, of course,
all over the world.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's will all that stuff ever be? Will we ever know exactly the truth? I don't know. How do we know?
I'm gonna give you one of these whenever your mic goes bad. I'm gonna give you one of these guys. Give you a little Bail and Dupree.
Oh, that's good.
It means it's time for you to wind it up.
Is it still going bad?
Yeah.
I'm not even touching it. I don't know what's happening. Everything seems. I haven't touched anything since the last show. Any of these wires or nothing.
Now you know how I feel. I say the same thing to Frank before every episode when I'm like, this isn't working now, and I don't know why.
Yeah, but you have kids running around through there. They're probably messing with all your stuff. I have no one that comes through this area here. So.
All right, well, pop back in.
Like, damn it.
Take a second to wind it up.
Wind it up.
I got my fucking Bail and Dupree shirt. I'm excited about it. Got to take it on vacation with me. Show everybody I support Tourette's research. Very big deal. Yeah, this is this is kind of a fun little story that you talk about, but I think it's bullshit to be like, oh, yeah, Harry Styles is the king of pop. There's only one king of pop. And listen, I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of rock and roll, fucking Elvis is minute. Like, when you look at what rock and roll became and how much it advanced and all those subgenres that rock and roll spawned, between hard rock, alt rock, soft rock, right? You got 1,000 different genres of rock and roll. You look back at the king of rock and roll, he fucking did rockabilly. He did one thing, but I would never, ever, ever bestow that name on anybody else. Once you get that name, that fucking name is yours.
Right.
King of pop, king of rock.
What if Bill Cosby had that name?
Whatever. Okay, but that's the thing though. Whatever name, if you said he's the king of the comics, nobody else would want to be referred. Like America's Dad. Like, even for a little while, they were like, you know what? Fuck Bill Cosby, because Bob Saget was America's Dad. And I think even Bob Saget was like, okay, hold on, ease off with that shit, because I don't want to be fucking, because that's like becomes their branding, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Like, you can't You can't just decide that so and so is going to be the queen of soul now.
Right, I hear you. All right, so Aaron has an update on J-Sab's daughter in the chat.
Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, look at. I like that. First of all, your wife has become the most prolific member of this company. To be totally honest with you,
She's bringing it, man. She's bringing
fucking
it.
producing game shows. She's fucking investigative reporting. I mean, I can't even take it.
She's doing the work, man. I'm telling you, she's putting in the hours. J-Sab's daughter fell out of a pool. J-Sab's is confused how it even happened. She's not sure how many stitches. No word on where other daughter was when it happened.
Yes, it was that other daughter pushed her right out of that fucking pool.
Yeah.
I've never been so sure of anything in my life.
That is a possibility. You can't rule it out. Allegedly. We don't want her daughter to sue us.
Yeah, we're racking up those issues. We got to be careful, big man.
Oh, boy.
All right. Now, I'm going to say this, too. I love this one from Missy Elliott, who's the queen of hip hop and soul.
Love Missy Elliott.
She posed a question on Twitter today. I think this is a fun question to talk about. Okay, this is Missy Elliott's tweet. I have a question. Is there a difference between a hit and a classic record? Or no? And if so, what is the difference?
Yes. Of course there's a difference. A hit record or a hit song? Are we talking about just one song?
Yeah.
Okay. A hit is something that catches fire. It could be very popular, maybe even hit number one. It's something that's very popular at the time. But a classic is popular for all time.
I agree. Here's how I would say it. A hit can be a classic. A classic doesn't necessarily have to be a hit.
True. That's true, too. That's another way of putting it. Like, you could have a one-hit wonder. Doesn't make it... well, no, because that could make it a classic.
A hit can be a classic.
Yeah.
But a classic does not have to be a hit.
Right. I agree.
Because you look at... I'll tell you... here's a prime example. Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill. You ever hear that song?
Sure.
Fucking beautiful song. It was never a hit. It was never even a single. It got tacked onto a movie soundtrack, and then people just started playing it, and now it's fucking everywhere. Right. That song, just based on Feel Alone, and the fact that since it started getting played, it has never, ever gone away. That's what makes it a classic.
I agree.
It was never a hit.
Never a hit. A hit catches fire. It doesn't even have to catch fire when it's released. It could catch fire years later for some reason. If it's a hit, it's just popular. But classics have that longevity, have that long-standing. This will always be good. This will always be a hit. Like you said, a classic doesn't have to be a hit. Yeah,
because you could. I know it's funny that you said one hit wonder. You can have a one hit. You could be a one hit wonder. You could have one hit, and you could live off of that for the rest of your life.
And it could be a classic. Let's say who? Give me a classic one hit wonder. Mickey. Oh, Mickey, that's a classic.
That's yeah.
Classic one hit wonder.
Is that a classic though?
I mean, everybody knows it. Really, it's popular. I mean, it's not like the most mind blowing song ever, but it's
right. Because that's the thing too. Like you have songs that were big hits that are shit. And they were popular at the time for whatever reason.
Right.
Or they just some hits just don't stand the test of time.
Right. I agree.
Like they were big for a year or so, and then that's kind of it. And then nobody really ever brings it up again,
Yeah.
That's not a classic.
No, a classic. Like if it came out, let's say a classic came out in the 60s, and it was a hit for that person, but it's still a huge song today. Of course I'm blanking, but yeah, La Bamba. That's a classic and a hit.
What would you rather have, a hit or a classic, if you could only have one?
I would rather have it's a good classic.
Yeah, me too.
I'd rather go the long run, have everybody love it for generations.
And you know why that is? It's because heroes live forever, but legends never die. Okay?
That's true.
Follow your heart, kid.
And you'll never go wrong.
You'll never go wrong. I learned that in my bedroom from dreamy dead Babe Ruth visiting me.
That's right. That's a classic, that movie.
No, hold on. That was The Sandlot. But I think it felt like it was me.
Right.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Well, hot dog, Frank. That is all of the topics for this.
Are you serious? We went through all the topics?
Yes. We went through them all.
I feel unsatisfied somehow.
Well, we it's funny too because there are sometimes we get on and we're like, we have to make this a quick one because there's this, and this going on.
Right.
And then we do 2.5 hours. And this was an instance where there literally wasn't. But by the way, I do like I'm going on taking the family on vacation. I have to pack. I can't even tell you what I have to do. It's fucking ridiculous.
I don't want to know what you have to do.
I have to pack. And then I agreed to do a where I'm going. I'll be with some family for a day or two.
Right.
I have to fucking we have to do a merch giveaway. Somebody was supposed to remind me. We'll
nice.
do that for the members.
That's good. Okay, so there's a couple of downer stories that aren't, I have a couple.
You want to do downer stories?
Well, they're just news. It's news stories about a couple of celebrities out there. If you want to hear them, allegations. Ah, damn it!
All right, yeah, we'll run through your things quick. I'll fill everybody in on what I got to do.
All right, the actor. Can you hear me? Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Damn it! All right, I'll pop out, pop back in again. Son of a bitch.
So I agreed to do a lobster bake with some family when I'm going to be with them. So now I have to literally go and get like this 30-gallon fucking drum thing that I have, which is behind a lot of boxes. And I got to fucking pack that into the car, and get the sterno thing. And it's not even, it's like a whole fucking, I can't even tell you the thing. I got to put this all together. I've not packed anything. Are you an early packer? You pack early? I love an early pack.
No, I pack the night before.
Oh,
yeah, that's the way. Because you don't know what you're going to use leading up to it. Plus, when you pack the things you need for that morning, that's you have to leave out the stuff you're going to need to get ready to go.
Deodorant and toothbrush and that's
what I'm saying. Shit. Oh, but you mean like the clothes? Yeah, the clothes night before.
There is nothing better than getting up, packing,
wind it up,
going through your day, coming home from work or whatever, you're lounging and sitting there with a packed suitcase the day before you have to leave, and you just are fucking relaxing the night before. That's a vacation. When you're fucking running around and go, oh my God, do we have the thing? And the fucking passport is this and that. It's the worst. It's the worst.
People are saying, Bird pointed out, you're pulling something on your mic or equipment when you turn your head to the left. I mean, there's nothing. This is the only thing I'm hooked up to is my headphones.
Well, stop doing that. You're ruining it.
And I'm not touching any other wires.
By the way, is that astronaut food on the coat rack tonight?
It is astronaut food, yeah.
That's a hell of a spot by me.
It's astronaut ice cream, freeze-dried ice cream.
I haven't seen that since I visited the Kennedy Center in 1983.
Our neighbors went to the Kennedy Center. They went to Florida. We brought in their mail for a week, and they brought us back some goodies.
Are you for real? They just brought you that? Oh, okay, but you did something for them.
We took their mail, yeah. But
I was gonna say, man, if your neighbors are just coming back and giving you gifts, that's a fucking.
Isn't that nice? It's nice stuff. Yeah. But what was I saying? I don't remember. What were you talking about?
You wanted to talk about bad celebrity news.
Do you want me to talk about it? I don't have to. We don't.
Give me one. I had one that I passed on, but I think it's going to be the one that you say. Go ahead, give it to me.
Oh, there's two that I have. I'll give you the George Foreman. First.
What?
George Foreman.
I don't know that. What was the second one?
I don't know his real name, but Buzz from Home Alone.
From Home Alone, that was the one I had.
All right.
Here's the thing. So I think Buzz may have, somebody not so good.
Not great. Yeah. Not great.
And they're investigating it allegedly. So I'm not saying he did it allegedly, or not. All right.
Story is it's alleged. We don't know.
But here's the thing. I don't want him doing that at any time. I especially don't want him I don't want to think about Buzz if it's not November. November to December, I want to live in the in that house with
in
the
the
whole
Home Alone
fucking
house
the whole family.
with just a floor to ceiling poinsettia. What are they? Poinsettias? What's
Yeah.
that? What's that holiday flower tree thing?
Yeah,
Plant?
poinsettias.
Poinsettias.
They're spelled poinsettia, but it's fucking poinsettia.
It's ridiculous. But
Yeah, I don't
that's
want to think
all
about
that's in
those
that
people
house.
then. I have a hard time thinking about what was their family name?
The McAllisters.
The McAllisters. I don't want to think about the McAllisters in the summertime.
That's true. I'm ready for
So
Christmas. I'm ready to turn up the Christmas music, put the lights out. What the hell?
I can't wait, dude. I love the fall.
Fall's great.
Although
It's
I'm
too
kind of
hot.
kicking myself because I did say that I was going to do an episode from the backyard. Just sit out there one night and just do the show from the backyard as the sun's going down. It'd be cool. I never did it once.
That requires you moving equipment. You're not going to do that.
Yeah, I never even attempted to do it. What's wrong with George Foreman?
Not great stuff. It's apparently
Did he get molested by the kid from Home Alone? Because I wouldn't have seen that coming.
no, but yeah, I'll get the story here with George Foreman. So apparently, when he was in his 20s,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Killed the
he's
guy?
being sued. No, he's being sued by two women who claim he molested and raped them when they were underage. So that's not good. This is allegedly, the lawsuit's happening, but allegedly that's what they're claiming. So, yeah, two women raped when they were.
You can't seem to get away. It doesn't matter if you did something 40 years ago. It's going to come for you, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, like, you can't get away from anything you did, even if it was 40 years ago, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing.
No, you got to be. You got to be held accountable. That's it.
Wouldn't you feel awful? Like, if I did something bad when I was like 20, and here I am at 25, and for the last 5 years, I've been like,
There it is.
no, but like, wouldn't like if I did something 20 years ago that was bad, I would feel like that's just coming for me, like every day. That's too much.
Yeah, I don't know how you live with yourself like that.
Yeah, I don't know how you live with yourself.
It's not. It's. I mean, if this is true, holy crap, not great.
It's funny that you brought up George Foreman because I saw a random TikTok that they were talking about. He was being interviewed about the George Foreman grill, which came about like right after he finished fighting.
90s,
And
right? I feel like in the
said-
90s.
Yeah, he said they were. Oh, guess how much he in the heyday of it, when the Foreman grill really started to hit.
Mhm.
Guess how much he was making a month?
A month.
Yeah.
50 grand.
50 grand a month?
I wanted to shoot low.
Huh?
I wanted to shoot low. Is that low?
It's way low.
Yeah. $1 million a month.
$5 million a month.
That's crazy.
Just a check coming to his house every month. 5 mil. Boom, boom, boom.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a thing ever again in your life. Boxing. You shouldn't have even boxed. You should have just did this. That's it. But nobody would have bought it. So
Yeah. Well, you know what the funny part about the Foreman grill is, right?
what?
That Hulk Hogan passed on it. Did you ever hear that?
No. Did he?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan. We could have had the Hulk Hogan grill.
They took him into a room and they were like, yeah, pick a product that you want to endorse. It was like kind of just like one of those companies, and they were like, yeah, figure out what you want. And I forgot and I think his wife kind of like forced it on him. And he picked something that just, I don't know, it was like a salad shooter or some shit, like an onion slicer or some crap.
It's the Hulk Hogan salad shooter, brother.
Yeah. And that was really good. Bad audio and all that was good. And he fucking passed on it. And Foreman was like the next one up. And he's like, I'll take the grill. That sounds like a good idea.
Could you imagine you just walk into a room and there's just things lined up and you just point to the thing you're going to endorse and that roll the dice and you could be a millionaire from it or you could just totally you get nothing.
Yeah, just get absolutely nothing. All right, Frank. Promise we give away some merch. I don't. I had the shirt. I thought I had the shirt next to me, but I don't.
Where's
So
the
I don't.
shirt?
I don't even
Produce
know.
the shirt, or it's not true. I think you're lying about the shirt.
Is it the no? Is it the shirt or a mug? I forget. I wasn't listening in the show meeting. I think it was a mug we were doing this time.
I think it was a mug made out of shirts.
That new mug shirt material. Yeah.
The new shirt mug.
I don't even know which mug this is. Oh, okay. It's the Mike mug. Okay.
Oh,
We're giving away more merch on the show to members only.
The one I got. Very nice.
There you go.
Classic mug. And it's a great mug, actually. So.
What's that?
It's a good mug. Love the mug.
Who doesn't love a mug?
My audio sucks, huh?
Let me tell you something. I've turned into Tumblr guy.
You're a Tumblr guy. I've never been a Tumblr guy, but they look good.
I'm such a fucking Tumblr guy. You put an ice in one of those things. This is how I know I'm getting old. I'm like fascinated. I love this. You put ice in a tumbler, you come back 7 hours later. It's fucking still there. It's still there. Stuff. I left an ice water in a tumbler in my car for 2.5 hours, 3 hours when I went to the movies. Came back out. Summer. Windows closed. The ice was gone. The water, ice cold still.
That's pretty good.
It was like really that good. Ice held on to the bitter, bitter end.
I got to get into that Tumblr world because I got to carry around a tumbler with me.
I'm loving it. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. We do have a tumbler on sale on the site.
Right.
It is good. I do use it. It's not as good as some of these Yetis and Igloos tumblers that they got rolling around here. Those are fucking serious tumblers.
Don't hype up our merch too much.
I mean, listen, you're not going to pay as much for ours. It's a nice little thing. You put coffee in, it'll carry you for a while there. You'll pay double for these Yetis. These Yetis are fucking crazy money. But that shit works. I mean, that shit really works. You can keep stuff in there for a long ass time.
I think our tumbler sales are about to drop.
Yeah, I think so too. Listen, I could lie to you and be like, buy our tumbler, but I'm going to be totally, I mean, it's a good tumbler. It's not a bad tumbler. It looks nice. It feels good. It's metal. Ooh. But it's not as good as some of these other tumblers out there. I'm just saying.
How could the Anthony On Air tumbler compete with Yeti?
It has to be honest. That's
all they do. I mean, that's a Yeti. They do outdoor. They do, that kind of thing. We're not in the tumbler business. I get it.
No, we're not. And in fact, as I recently became a Tumblr guy, and then I was using my Tumblr, the show Tumblr and everything, I was like, we might have to take this Tumblr out of the store because it just doesn't live up to the.
Really, it's not Tumblr standards.
It's not up to Tumblr standards. All right, Frankie C. Congratulations to Jenny Pete Mills.
Jenny Pete Mills.
Hold up that mug for Jenny one more time there, Frankie C. We got an exclusive AOA mug coming your way just for being a member of the podcast. We appreciate that. We appreciate all the members. We're doing the merch giveaways. We'll keep doing those. So if you're a member, stay a member. If you're not a member, join for as low as $2.99 a month. You can get some free swag and you get all the other little add-ons that you get. You get the membership badges. You get to use the members only emojis, which are pretty good.
Nice. Good stuff.
It's good stuff in that members only area, big dog.
So is that the only merch we're giving away today?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I have a little bit of sad news on my end. Nothing serious. The sink thingy. We're redoing the kitchen. Sink
Did it make it?
Did not make the cut.
Well, this is
I know.
We've run out of time, and you've dropped a mega bomb.
The sink thingy I had for, I don't know, since the year and a half.
Can we cut a members only video that we could put out on Friday to explain what happened? Because don't say, but I have a lot of questions. Did you and your wife give up on it? Did it just succumb to an accidental dropping of a cabinet or something? I mean, there's so much we need to know. We've run out of time.
All right, I'll do a members only explanation.
Oh my goodness. Members only vid Friday. Stick around for it, everybody. It's going to be good. Vacation prevents us from being on Friday and Monday. We'll be back with you guys a week from today. Thanks so much for all the support. Look for that members only vid from Frankie C, and have a great weekend, everybody. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.